live?
We're going live.
Like right
We're
now?
live.
We're
It
live?
worked. It worked.
So we're live right
Wild.
now.
We're live right
We
now.
are live right now. Welcome
We are live right now.
to the Unpatriot Act event. I am Anthony J. You can just call me AJ. And I am the outreach chair for the United States Pirate Party. Oh, that is feedback. Let me pause the stream. I'm watching it on my laptop so I can monitor chat and everything. Yari, could you introduce yourself?
Yes, hello. My name is Yari. I am the PNC chair.
Hmm,
That's what I
excellent.
do. I also participate in outreach a bunch and
Yes.
have helped with this whole event.
Mhm. Something we both have.
I'm doing the technical stuff for this right
Yeah.
now.
Something we both have in common is that we have sacrificed blood, sweat, tears, and other fluids
Well,
to
not
get
not
this
blood
event
yet.
going.
Not blood yet. But Halloween is coming up. And
Halloween is in a few days.
The Patriot Act is the most frightening thing that has happened to us.
Mhm.
Well,
Well,
it
there are a
is one
few.
of the more frightening things.
You can't, considering the proximity and what brought on the Patriot Act, I don't know if you can say it's the worst thing that's happened to America, but it's up there.
It's up
It's up
there.
there. And we're
It's up there.
going to talk all about it over the course of the next few days. Isn't that right?
We are. There's going to be a whole bunch of stuff going on. And I, for one, am very excited about what we have planned. I mean, it's a little bit smaller in scope, a little more intimate, perhaps, than we had our grand high hopes for. But we did throw this together in 1 month, so what you gonna do?
Yeah. We did have pretty ambitious ideas and we did have to downsize a little bit. So what you're going to see over the next few months is this is mostly a pirate event. We did plan a larger scope and unfortunately we didn't necessarily have the time to bring it all together, but I'm still very excited for what we have been able to accomplish and what is coming our way.
Same,
So
same.
Yari, what are your hopes for our event? Can you give me a few goals that you'd like to hit?
I mean, for one, big thing on my radar, right? And I was talking about this in the Discord of the US Pirate Party. By the way, uspirates.org for any of you watching, please do go check out our Discord. It's where most of our organization is done. If you're not already in there, pop in, say hi. We're happy to have you there. Um, but my main goal is to get our petition to, I would say, 100 signatures. If we can, I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
that is doable, honestly.
Mhm.
I think 100 signatures is not that much to ask, honestly.
Yeah. And
And
for the record, if you don't know about the petition or you haven't seen it yet, there are a few different ways that you can see it. It is in our Discord, but also if you check out uspirates.org, uspirates.org, you can go to that webpage and right there there should be the link. It should be the top post.
big
It
banner.
has big banner, beautiful graphic. I don't know who made that. I made it. You can click on that post and you can find all of the stuff that we'd like to do during the course of the event. You can find more details on the live stream, though we'll be talking about the live stream series here as well. You can
Because we're
find
in it.
because we're in it right now. This is the first live stream. If you haven't been able to tell already, but we'll also be talking about other things you can do to help out. If you're watching right now, if you are very passionate about the very bad effects the Patriot Act has had on our privacy and digital rights in America, we want you to tweet with the hashtag #UnPatriotAct, voice your concerns, and we will hopefully maybe respond. Yes, Yuri, you had something to point out?
I was going to say, or if you haven't yet learned about
Oh,
the
yeah.
effects of the Patriot Act, you can absolutely take the time during these live streams to, we will be having one right after this, I believe,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Our
We will be
resident
having.
Patriot Act expert, Radio Joe,
Yeah.
aka William, will be taking the time to humorously quip and through memes and various
Mhm.
other amusing tidbits teach us all quite a bit about the
Yeah.
Patriot Act, which
Yeah.
I'm,
So
for
that's.
one, very hyped
Oh,
for.
oh, I'm super excited. So that's actually a great segue. The live stream directly after this, the Patriot Act humorous summary. If you don't know anything about the Patriot Act, please attend. Will is going to explain it to you, and we're going to have a blast doing it. I am probably the most excited for this live stream out of all of them, though we also have some really cool live streams coming up. But if there's the one that I really like, I am excited for how good it's going to be.
A tier ranking list.
Yeah, we're going to be doing a tier list of all the Patriot Act sections. Will is going to rank them for us. So, you'll have like like the S rank, A rank, B rank, etc.
Of like what, the worst?
I don't know. I suggested that the worst category, which would either be S or F, I don't know how he's doing it, but I suggested to him that the worst category should be called literally 1984. I don't know.
Ooh, that's good.
I don't know if he's going to do it or not yet. I sent that in his DMs this morning.
To
But
try and find me in the chat, thank you for asking. What's the Discord? I can't give you a direct Discord link with my mouth because I don't know them. There are a whole bunch of numbers and letters, but if you go to uspirates.org, it is right there on the sidebar. You can just check it out. It's got a little fancy Discord symbol with a pirate patch over it, and click on that. It says join our Discord on it.
Yes, and I sent
right
the
there
link
on the front page.
uspirates.org in chat if you just want to copy paste it into your browser. I will mention something we should consider, Yari. This is a side note. But I don't know what the rules are, but I think we should actually look into making our Discord server like a community server so we can have a custom URL and all that jazz.
We had a vote on that, and the server decided that we shouldn't.
Okay, that's all right. Disregard that, viewers at home. You never heard me say anything about that. That will not be happening. So, let's see. Try and find me said, glad I found you all right up my alley. I hear that so much from, that's how I got here. I learned about the German pirate party on Wikipedia, and I learned about the German pirates on Wikipedia, and I was like, I need to figure out if there's a US pirate party. And there was. So I came into the Discord, met Yari, met Bosun, met Mitch DeVillo, our Swarm Care manager, and I just felt right at home, and I've loved doing pirate politics ever since.
It's a fun group, honestly. Yeah. It's a fun group. There's a lot of people here who are very passionate about these really important subjects, and I think one of the reasons why this protest, this thing about the Patriot Act, has gotten so many of us really, especially the core group of us, really going for it is because this is even more so up our alley than so many other things, right? This is our jam.
Well, the Patriot Act, I think, is really the direct antithesis to a lot of our pirate values, and I think that it is part of this wave of anti-internet, anti-media freedom legislation, anti-privacy legislation that happened in the early 2000s that caused the creation of the pirate parties to begin with. Yeah. This is similar events happening in Sweden with the raid that occurred. These sorts of things, Sweden's own internet privacy crisis is what caused the Swedish pirate party to be formed. And then the United States pirate party, the German pirates, we all came after that in response to us from other countries feeling pretty similar. And I can't help but feel as if the Patriot Act being passed just 5 years before the creation of the United States Pirate Party had something to do with how quickly it developed. I don't know if you know more about that. You probably know more about the older members and their...
honestly, I'd be interested to see their perspective on that, and maybe Bosun will be able to talk about that in his live stream a bit. We'll definitely... have to ask about that. There is a thread there for sure. How we had this there has been, since the Patriot Act was passed, this constant weight of surveillance on all of us. We make jokes about the sort of, the CIA man is watching, right? and not just growing up with that, but having that for now 20 years.
Yeah. Why? I just completely grew up with it. I was born in 2002. I have not been alive in a time where the Patriot Act wasn't.
I was, but I'm not sure that I really remember all that much about it.
Fair.
I'll be honest.
Yeah, good.
Yeah. It's it's been long enough that it's hard to honestly for me as well. It's hard to remember stuff without it, and you think like, okay, well, what is a world without this sort of national surveillance attitude? And
Mhm. Yeah.
that's a great question, but I
Yeah.
would love to find out.
Yeah. Or what is a world with intact due process and an actual
Mm,
Fourth Amendment where the government cannot actually look at your stuff unless they have a reason to?
yeah,
Because
unless
currently
they
they
have a
still,
warrant.
yeah, they still say that they can't. But with the Patriot Act and a few other bills that have been passed, there are loopholes, ways they can get around it. Where if they suspect that you are dangerous enough, they don't really need a warrant, or they can suspend their warrant, or other wacky things like that. And it is just not. If we're going to pride ourselves, if we're going to pride this country on our freedoms and our ability to not be ruled by a tyrannical government and all of the great stuff that we would like to think that America is based on, it's very out of character that this is how we've decided to solve
Very,
issues such as terrorism.
very, very. And it's interesting to see that, oh, okay, we had this like sudden reaction to 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 9/11, and
Mhm.
then saying like, well, but this is a series of things in the Patriot Act, a series of um, pieces of this bill that really help the security state in ways that don't necessarily reflect uh, in helping to
Mhm.
combat what we would see as like terrorism, acts of terrorism, so much as they do just helping to
Yeah.
smooth the operation of the
Mhm.
federal security state. So
Yeah.
it's like,
You know, this maybe isn't a topic for this live stream because it's a bit more in depth, but I mean, what has this actually done for I really what has this really done to protect us against, say, terrorism from within, like internal terrorism?
mhm.
Because that, again, maybe not a bit too heavy of a not heavy of a topic. We're a political party, but a bit too long of a topic to discuss on this live stream. But I mean, we've had some, at the very least, just general political terrorism. Maybe not incredibly violent, but it has happened in America in the past 20 years. Where was where were all of these patriot? Where were all of these
Where were the
anti-terrorism
protections? Yeah,
revisions when we needed them? Uh,
yeah,
that's just something to be of note. I
yeah.
really feel as if it's not even maybe that great at
Well,
doing what it's
and
supposed to do.
one could say, and one should say, I think, that also, to a certain extent, it's a null point, right?
Mhm.
Because we say, like, you know, from both ends, right? We can say, where were all these protections, and the protections that it's supposed to be affording us aren't really working because they aren't there in the first place. And then we can also say, well, it's eating away at our freedoms, right? And
Mhm.
that should never be sacrificed.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah.
and so, yeah, no, it's just there's so much in there that we can talk about, which is again why I'm really excited for that live stream tomorrow.
Yeah. So
Um,
we. Oh,
what
sorry. You
are
can you can go
I,
ahead.
I was gonna say though,
Mhm.
you asked me about what I'm excited for this whole event.
Mhm.
And I said, yeah, like I want to get 100 signatures on that petition, which is up on the website. I'm curious what you're excited for, what you're
Mhm.
most looking forward to.
What I'm most looking forward to, I'm just looking forward to produce more of this like fantastic. I like these live streams because it creates more good, as I say, good quality pirate content. Is kind of the outreach committee's catchphrase at this point. By making these live streams, we create more ability. We create more content for people interested in the pirate party to actually consume, to see what we're about. It puts us out there more. So I'm just happy every time we can upload something like this, because that means more people have the opportunity to learn more about us. And that's really what I'm excited for. In terms of Patriot Act specifics, I am really looking forward to educate people on the Patriot Act, why it's a big deal, why we're so upset about it. And then from there, hopefully, get more people interested in a sphere of our politics that is often overlooked, which is what we're all about, or one of the things we started out being, which is digital rights and privacy. And there are a few things that branch off of that. We also obviously, we're named the Pirate Party. That is for a reason. We don't really like copyright laws that much, but that's a whole different topic. You can learn more about that in what I believe. Does our book, No Safe Harbor, does it go into why we feel that way?
About copyright
About
laws?
copyright.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does,
So,
I think.
yeah.
Yeah.
So if
Yeah.
you're interested in our more like, maybe not it is a bit of a fringe
I mean,
position,
I
but
well, I mean, that's the thing is, I think first off, like it's described oftentimes as a fringe position, but it's not. Um, and and uh, um, and I think that's because people don't understand the extent to which it affects things. But yeah, no safe harbor goes into it, but it's also described frankly on our Wikipedia page and the Wikipedia page about us, et cetera, et cetera. So it's all over. Yeah, if you just look up pirates copy, like Pirate Party copyright, it'll be on the internet.
mhm.
We've been pretty, every pirate party's been pretty open about that since day
Oh
one.
yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
uh,
So we want to, or I want to, educate everyone about the Patriot Act, educate everyone about the pirates, let people know about this sphere of politics, the one we really like, which is media, copyright, digital rights, your privacy, all of that stuff that is way too advanced in 21st century for the main two political parties to care about at all. And frankly, most minority parties to care about at all. So I want to educate people on why we do what we do, and I want to raise awareness about the Patriot Act and its harmful effects.
yeah, and I think I mean, those are great goals, right? If
Mhm.
we can get people to understand what is going on and what the Patriot Act does, even just to spread that message a little bit more.
Mhm.
I think that's really important. We're going to be not just so if you sign the petition, you'll see that our intention with that is to send all these signatures definitely digitally, and we have been talking about possibly actually printing off copies and bringing them to DC. I think there was talk about that in the PNC. We'll see if that actually happens.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, so we're intending to send them to. I mean, we're definitely sending the digital copies to
Mhm.
the Speaker of the House and the
Mhm.
Chair of the Senate. So they are going there. We do want to
Mhm.
actually like get
Yes. Yes.
some voices up on this, and
Mhm. Yeah.
hopefully put at least a little bit of pressure, a little bit
Yeah.
more pressure
Yeah.
off on this.
Yeah. Well, I think something that I think the people watching at home need to know is that the Pirate Party we don't do anything for like performance. If we say we're going to do something, that's because we want to do something. If there are 50 people that want to go along with us, we will still bring those 50 signatures to Washington, D.C. If there are
Yeah,
50,000 people that want to come with us, of course we will. But if there are
I'll take
15,
50.
if there are 15 signatures that we get on that petition, we will still
We'll take
bring
them.
them.
Yeah,
We
we'll
will
take
still
them.
take them. We don't care how many times we have to yell from the rooftops. We don't care how small our movement is currently. We will continue to do everything in our power to do the things that we hopefully think might make a better world.
Yeah, and well, and the things that make sense to
Mhm.
be making a better world, right? It's always about like again, one of the wonderful pirate positions that I love is this idea of okay, we're going to take things from this uh, uh, we're going to take things from a scientific perspective. We're going to look at things from this more objective viewpoint. And so considering all the evidence, what makes the most sense? And we've looked at that thoroughly and we've gone like, the Patriot Act is not good.
Oh yeah. Also,
um,
one moment, try and find me. I
yeah,
will
looking
link the
at the
petition.
comments.
Yeah,
Yes, thank you. That'd be great. Yeah,
and in
we'll
a
link
moment,
the.
we'll also go on over the schedule. Uh,
So yeah. We'll make sure that we put the petition link in the. In fact, I can put a petition link. I will put a petition link in the um, uh,
there you go. I put it in chat, and we can also put it
description
in the
as well.
description.
I'll put it in the description
Uh,
of this video
yeah.
as well
So
because
everyone
that's a
who
good idea.
wants, yeah. So everyone who
Mhm.
wants to view the petition, it is now in chat.
And it will
Um,
be in the description as soon as I edit the description, so that if you are viewing this video in the future, ta-da!
hmm,
It'll be
yeah.
in the description. Get your
Just
friends to sign it. It has the
please.
petition also does have a pretty thorough description of why we think this is important and has all that. So should be pretty self-explanatory.
Yes. To all right, yep. You say, why don't y'all get votes from representatives who may be sympathetic to our views? Could you elaborate on that for us? I would really like to answer that question.
Oh, me?
Oh, no, I'm saying, well, I'd like all right, yep, to elaborate because I really want to answer it, but I'm not quite sure what they're saying yet. So we'll give them time to maybe elaborate a little bit. Let's see. Oh, should we start talking about the schedule?
Yeah, sure. Let's do that.
What do you mean you don't see it? Hold on. No, it works. The petition works.
Yeah, you didn't put the petition in chat. I don't see the petition in chat.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, maybe it's delayed. I'll put it in the description in a second.
I don't know. Maybe I can't.
You're good. You're good.
I'm a moderator. I should be able to.
You should be able to. Your message just worked earlier, so I'm not sure.
Okay.
You know,
unless YouTube is trying to censor us or something.
Technical issues. We'll go with technical issues.
See, despite pitching ourselves as like the tech-savvy nerd party, please do not be mistaken into believing that any of us know how to do technical things.
I disagree. I think here's the thing, right? Is that we're constantly trying to. Part of the difficulty here is that it should be the description is theoretically updated.
Okay.
And it should have the link to the petition. So
okay,
check the description.
I see what All Right Yep is saying. They said because there's a few folks in the government who may be more sympathetic to our views and genuinely some are against the Patriot Act, unlike the Speaker and the Senate Majority Leader. That's an interesting point. I do think that it is good to give any already elected officials or people from major parties that align with us credit where credit is due. However, I don't necessarily. Oh, welcome. Can you introduce yourself for us?
Megan. How should I introduce myself? I'm Megan Klein. I am currently not affiliated with any particular state at the moment, and
former chair.
Yeah, former chair.
Yeah, former chair.
Former chair and former vice chair and former Illinois representative and former Wisconsin representative.
Been all over the place.
All over the place.
Yeah. Well, we are very happy to have you. I'm so glad you could make it. We are talking about sort of the event in general that we'd like to have, things like that. To All Right Yep's point, they're talking in chat. To continue that, we are totally for cooperating and collaborating when we can. Though welcome, Bosun. Though for that point, we thought that it might be more appropriate to address this to, the actual people in charge in Congress instead of some random representative that might agree with us a little bit or something. But we'll keep that in mind.
I think part of the issue was just in terms of limiting the amount of people that we sent the petition to, if I recall correctly. But we're definitely, if this gets a lot of traction, I think that's part of the thing. Here's what I'll say is the Patriot Act. Here's a question: does anyone know of any movement in terms of Congress to repeal the Patriot Act?
No.
There's not.
Yeah.
Let's just be honest.
Yeah.
I doubt it.
Right. So this is the thing, right? Is there? Well, there are people in Congress who might be more sympathetic to our views on other issues. There are on other issues.
Probably Bernie might have
Bernie might.
things like that because
maybe
it's associated with the left, and the left is well aware of McCarthyism and the results of all that crap.
AOC might be, but then yet again, she's starting to fall into the line of rank and file. So.
AOC. The problem is
He's
the
getting bullied into
the
it.
right wing of the Democrat Party and the GOP will call them socialists and communists, and then they'll just shut up.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
The point is, though, we're not against working with people who are already in Congress or already in positions of government that might share our views. However, for this particular project, we felt like it might be more appropriate to address the petition to the people in charge.
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
Bosun, Meg, now that you're here, do you all have any? I know that neither of you were particularly super involved in the event, but do either of you have any hopes for the next few days? Progress that you'd like to see
I think
made?
Meg
in our...
should tell her story about talking to her sister.
Well,
Oh,
I have
sure,
two
go ahead.
younger sisters. I have, well, three actually, but two that actually still talk. I got one convinced to sign it, and all it took was less than 30 seconds of explaining. Because she didn't understand what the PATRIOT Act is, right? She's 22. She was born right before 9/11. She didn't understand that it was still in place. She had no idea it even existed. Because she was like, what, 3?
Yeah, point there. I was born after 9/11.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
Me, I was not. I watched it happen on TV.
Yeah.
So, yay. Anyways, I explained to her what it actually detailed because she's like, why do I even want to sign this? Like, she's not that she was against it outright, but it's more like, why? Right?
Mhm.
What is
Yeah.
this?
Yeah.
I said, look, let's just say that you had a friend who went to the insurrection on January 6th. They might not have been involved, but your phone, your Facebook, your social media, all of it can be pulled by a PATRIOT Act because you're affiliated with somebody who could be affiliated. You won't know they pulled your records. You won't know they went through your phone and looked at all your nudes. They won't even tell you because it's part of the PATRIOT Act. And she's like, what? Kind of like, you mean the government can go into my phone and listen to all of my conversations and look at all of my text messages between somebody who I might not even be close friends with, right? But I'm just enough of a friend to be affiliated with.
Or a relative.
Yeah. Or a relative, like my dead father, thank God. But it's just explaining that is that you're even slightly affiliated. You might have nothing to hide, and that's okay. However, do you find it kind of spicy that the government can go through your phone and not even tell you? And you don't even have to be involved. There's no warrant, no requirement, none whatsoever, except for the fact that you just so happen to be loosely related to somebody who went or you knew somebody who went.
Yeah, that's actually something we brought up earlier, Yari and I, is that the PATRIOT Act doesn't really even do that much in terms of fighting like actual events of like internal terrorism that we've actually experienced,
like
except for make sure that the person
Brown
who is
people.
like a friend of a friend of a friend of an insurrectionist, still gets their information.
No, it's more like the point of the thing when it was written, to my understanding, because I grew up listening to this. My late father was a big Rush Limbaugh fan, hardcore conservative. I mean, he was a Trumpite out the gate. You want to say this? I was like maybe 14 when the words left my mouth of, I think Trump would make a great president. All right. I was 14. Please do not knock me for that. I am much older now and I'm not the same girl. But I listened to that. I listened to that rhetoric day in, day out. And he's like, you know what? If you had nothing to hide, you wouldn't have a problem with that, would you, Meg? I'm like, no, of course not. Because that's going to keep terrorists out, right? You don't want those people having
have nothing
problems.
to hide.
You're going to know what they're saying. No, that's not really what it's about. We've had countless problems here in the United States with terrorism, bombings. We've had, hell, we all knew that something was going to go down on January 6th, but we didn't know exactly. But nothing was done to stop it. So the PATRIOT Act didn't do anything except for make a bookmark to allow after the fact to take place without warrant, without jurisdiction, without any hints of, maybe this person wasn't involved, but I'm just going to go spy on them for no reason.
Remember, this is done by the executive branch without judicial review.
Right, without judicial review and without congressional approval, once the Congress has given them that act.
Banana eaters, they can use the PATRIOT Act against every banana eater in the United States.
Yeah. AJ, you were going to say something?
Oh, what was I going to say? Oh, yes, I was just going to mention, to Meg's point, when it comes to January 6th, people knew, our government knew that something bad was going to happen.
Heck, I even knew.
What, how did that help us? It didn't help us. So why are we giving away all of this freedom when it doesn't even work out in our favor? We aren't even stopping dangerous things from happening.
Nope, we're not. No, because it's about looking pretty. It's about the wallpaper. It's about the ability to pull things out and take things and look at things through different lenses, no matter what, because freedom,
No, I think I'm going to just slightly disagree with that. Is that I think what happens is in the political sphere, right? People they'll concede their vote to anybody who assures them that they'll be less fearful after they're elected.
Yeah.
Right? And this whole thing's been sold on fear. Not fear of the government, fear of the people over there, but we should be fearful of the government too.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
To that point, I think one of the things that is actually both live streams that we haven't really talked about much, that will be really interesting to think about with regards to that. So I just want to get back onto like the whole schedule, and we'll definitely have the whole schedule up in a bit. But two live streams that I really want to sell here are the what's going to be happening tomorrow at 8 Eastern.
Yes.
Am I right about that, AJ?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Which is Bosun, you're going to be talking about sort of your thoughts on the Patriot Act, but also specifically like as a veteran of Operation Iraqi Freedom and that whole spiel, which is a lot of fun, I'm sure.
Right. Well, I mean, I could tell you that what happened.
Yeah. Well, let's save that for your stream.
While people were overseas,
you have a whole live stream dedicated to it.
But, I mean, just as a little flavor.
Oh, a preview, a flavor, sure.
Right. What they would do because of the Patriot Act, they would monitor the phone calls of anybody who was stationed overseas and their phone calls back home, and it was revealed that the NSA was passing around the juicy recordings of people talking to their wives or lovers.
Remember when I said something about nudes?
Right.
So we can hear you. I'm excited to hear you talk about that. Lovely. Okay. Well, that's a preview. Okay. So
we like to have fun here at the United States Pirate Party. We try to be professional, but we will also tell a very personal story.
Yeah, so that'll be fun. So there's that, and then so later as well on Wednesday. By the
way, and that's been documented by the mainstream press. That's not some wacko theory.
No, yeah.
I could definitely talk about that too. I could tell you on that as well. I have an ex who was stationed for a while, and that was turned out to be a discussion of how you get pictures or private discussions to the military member in the base that you're talking about without getting it opened or previewed or recorded.
Right.
Right. The thing is that they don't even know it's going on.
Yeah.
Right.
See, that's the thing. It's like in World War II, you would send you knew you had to
have the physical
order to the and
you knew it was opened up.
When your wife got it, it would have all these holes in it, and you go, wow, or black marks covering it.
Yeah.
Redacted.
You knew it was redacted. You knew it was censored. But this hidden, it's a hidden tyranny when you don't when you don't admit it's there.
Yeah. Yeah. Hidden tyranny. That's very
And
accurate.
often people who are younger at this point, not to knock y'all, because I'm not much older than y'all, but just, point it out, those who were born after 9/11, and, they don't really know why
Mhm.
or how or the kind of fear that was sold in on people who were brown. Basically, let's just skip the whole Muslim bout, because there are plenty of people who wore turbans and they're not
Yeah.
Muslim, they're Sikh,
They were also
they're
targeted.
also targeted.
Yeah, I mean, look
It's
at the
like the
stuff that
country
was.
united itself over racism and bigotry and fear.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
As it
that's
tends
how
to
the
do.
Patriot Act was passed.
look
And
at the
thank
stuff
you for
done
the
against the
perfect.
Black Panthers.
Well, thank you for the perfect lead-in, though, because
Mm-hmm.
there is actually an event that we're going to be having
On Wednesday.
so on Wednesday at also 8 p.m. Eastern, which is a reading and discussion of a letter from a Muslim pirate,
Mhm.
who is one of our more recent
Yeah.
Who
members.
are they? I have not met.
Uh,
He's in the Discord.
Mm.
I don't know if he
I'll make
wants.
sure. I'm not sure that he wants to be identified on stream, so
Make sure the
I'll
handshake happens, Rose.
I will make sure that that happens.
Yes.
So yeah. So that's really exciting. Like to not just have that
Mhm.
perspective, but have that. There'll be like, we'll get to read his letter and see.
Yes.
Yeah, which I'm really
So
excited to. I'm really excited to have that
actually,
perspective there.
let's go ahead and make sure that we just do a full run through the schedule here, so everyone knows
Yes.
everything that's happening. We've talked about each thing individually, but I want to make sure.
Yes.
Immediately after this, at 8 o'clock Eastern, we will have a humorous summary of the Patriot Act. That is a event that I'm very excited for. Radio Joe, William Dappin, he will be on and he will be doing a tier list of sections of the Patriot Act, and he will be ranking them, doing the whole meme. It's going to be a blast. A few of us will be on there, I believe. Yari will be there with him, and I believe I might also be. And if Mitch DeVillo can show up, he's also expressed interest in being there, so that will be your panel for that. At 8 o'clock Tuesday, tomorrow, Bosun.
The anniversary.
Yes, the anniversary of the Patriot Act itself. At 8 o'clock, for half hour, however long they'd like to speak, Bosun and Megan Klein will be on to discuss everything that you've got a preview of in the past few minutes. They'll be doing the full discussion, so if you want to see that, remember that live stream. Immediately after that, at 9 o'clock Eastern Time, we will have our Pirate Chat. Usually these are closed things that only members of the Discord can, join. They're just quiet little get-togethers. However, we will be live streaming this one. It will be a live Pirate Chat. If you are in the Discord, you will actually be able to participate yourself. However, if you kind of just want to lurk, it will be live streamed, so you can watch it live as it happens. At
We
Pirate
have also
Chat, we just
opened.
chat.
Yep, we just chat, and I mean, obviously, main topic on the table is the Patriot Act, but it will be open to whatever. We've also opened this up to for the usual sum of our international pirate members or pirate members, pirate
that's cool.
comrades,
Comrades, compatriots.
compatriots.
Yeah, compatriots.
Well, they're not
Whatever
Fellow
word you want.
Bannermen?
Friends.
Fellow Banner?
Friends.
Yes,
Friends.
affiliates,
International
colleagues.
pirate. You know those
Colleagues.
folks.
Our fellow
Our-
travelers, as the communists.
we have opened the Pirate Chat up to all other pirate groups as well, so they might be here, they might chat with us. And then on Wednesday, the only thing we have scheduled so far is the letter from a Muslim pirate. That will be 8 o'clock Eastern as well.
Yes.
And hopefully we'll get more, right? You're hoping
there is a chance. We sent out a whole bunch of emails yesterday, so we'll see if there's any more events that get thrown in there. But
if any new events happen, we will let you know immediately. And just for the record, they will all be on Wednesday, so we will not be springing any on you tonight or tomorrow.
Oh, I will wear oh, wait. See, I've got... Oh, I suppose I should go.
I was gonna say I can't see you. Your camera is
hiding.
You're wearing your Pirate Party shirt.
Oh, you're wearing your Pirate Party shirt. There we go.
Nice. Good. Very nice. Very nice.
This was the original mock-up with the purple. We got cheap, and the other ones are black and white.
Where would the hoodie go? I have no idea. We had a hoodie, and it was the most comfortable hoodie, by the way.
I still think.
Do you want to see pirate merch? Let us know in the
Yes,
comments.
indeed.
I mean, face masks would be all the rage, just saying.
Ooh.
Well,
I think we have. Do we?
Cabrillo has
Ooh.
done Illinois.
I know Mitch has some, or at least he has one. I've seen one.
Yeah,
I think we need to get
have
more of
one.
those. Like, oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, main things, takeaways from this, right? Join us, as always. Please subscribe to the channel and subscribe to the YouTube channel to make sure that you get our, notifications for the live stream, or ring the bell. To make sure you get notifications. I'm sorry. I'm Michelle.
Remember to smash that like button, subscribe,
Smash that
and ring the
like
bell.
button. We're having a whole bunch of live streams this week, so it is probably going to be useful for you if y'all want to check out what we're doing this week.
Yes.
But that's the whole schedule. We'll be posting that full. We have, I think, not all of them are up yet on the schedule. That's on me working on that. I'm gonna go back in my tech hide hole and put the screen schedules.
Are we done with this now, or are we going to go on?
Sorry, could you repeat that?
We're just finishing up. We're finishing up.
We're finishing up right now.
We got the whole hour if we want.
Yeah. We'll
You can
probably
go.
have a few minutes. You can go if you'd like. We will probably have a few minute intermission between this and the Patriot Act tier list. So once we leave this stream, please get ready to join the next stream, which will be the Patriot Act tier list stream. You should be able to find that on our YouTube Patriot Act playlist.
Yes. Other things. Join us on uspirates.org has our Discord
join our Discord
over on the sidebar. Join our Discord and help us out. Sign the petition. It's also on our website and in the description down below.
Yes. And please, when you go to our website, check out that blog post. You will be able to find everything that you can do to help this event succeed, including tweet. Please tweet about the Patriot Act using the hashtag #UnPatriotAct if you so would like. We will be monitoring that. We'll have people on social media. I am not currently monitoring it, but I would like to be, and we will, throughout. All right, excellent. Thank you, Yari. Throughout the event, not just throughout the live streams, but if you tweet something in the afternoon, in the day, we will also try to do our best to engage with those tweets as well. So keep them coming.
Hashtag #UnPatriot.
Hashtag #UnPatriotAct.
Yes. Also, we're having a few requests in chat for pirate merch and or pirate drip, as the kids say. So
yes.
Wait, the merch is now drip? Okay, did not know.
No. So drip is just like cool clothing, like the stylish stuff. Like if you've got the drip, you're dressing you're dressing well.
Oh man, how do I feel old?
So Bosun, since he's wearing his pirate shirt right now, one may say that he has the drip.
Well, yes, but I mean, back in the 70s, when you had the drip, that meant you needed to go to the doctor.
Okay, and with that, we'll see y'all in a bit for the next stream. That is the close of this one. I'm calling it. Have a great day, y'all. Yep. See y'all in 18 minutes for the next one. Yeah.
Yes. We'll post the link to that live stream in chat, so you can click over and just start waiting again.
All right. See you in a bit.